working as a guest faculty in TTWRTC Women's Devarakonda and physics. Physics band theory of p-n junction. Band theory of p-n junction we discuss about. Okay, what is the p and what is the n? What is the p and what is the n? p-n junction. P is the p-type semiconductor, n is the n-type semiconductor here. P is the p-type semiconductor, n is the n-type semiconductor. Okay, p-type semiconductor. This is the p-type and this is the n-type. p-type semiconductor, n-type semiconductor. Okay, p-type and n-type. p-type semiconductor is nothing but p-type semiconductor having the majority charge carriers of the holes and minority charge carriers of the electrons having in this semiconductor as known as p-type semiconductor, and n-type semiconductor is nothing but majority charge carriers of holes and minority charge carriers of electrons. Majority charge carriers of electrons and minority charge carriers of holes is having the semiconductor is known as n-type semiconductor. Okay, p-type semiconductor. p-n junction is nothing but p-type and n-type semiconductors. We applied the some external electric field in this p-type and n-type. P is the positive poles, P is holes, number of holes, and n is the number of the electrons. N is having the majority charge carriers of electrons and minority charge carriers of holes. Here also majority charge carriers of holes and minority charge carriers of electrons. These holes moving from the p-type to n-type, and these electrons moving from the n-type to and p-type. This is the in this situation here this moving holes here and these electrons moving here. Okay, this is the junction. This is nothing but junction, and we will discuss the after clear, and this is the p-n junction. Next, in this band theory of p-n junction, first we discuss about these topics. These topics. One is the conductors, and first one is the conductors and insulators, and next one is the semiconductors. And semiconductors another two types, having two types, that is the intrinsic semiconductors and extrinsic semiconductors. Once again extrinsic semiconductors again two types. One is the p-type semiconductor, another one is the n-type semiconductors. These are the topics. First we discuss about the first one. First we discuss about the first one. First we discuss about the first one, conductors. These are the conductors. The conductors is nothing but the substance. The conductor we define the conductor, the substance which are allow the electrical current. The substance which are allow the electrical current passing through them. Electrical current pass through them. Pass through them as known as conductors. Pass through them as known as conductors. Okay, conductors. Conductor is nothing but the substance which are the electrical current passing through them. The substance which allow the electric current passing through them is known as conductors. Examples of the conductors, all metals. All metals are examples of the conductors. Okay, next with the diagram. Next we explain with the diagram of the conductors. These are the conductors. conductors band energy. Here y axis band energy, x axis is the conductors. This is the valency band, these are the conduction band. These are the valency band and these are the conduction band. Okay, conductors is nothing but the substance which are allow the electrical current passing through them is known as conductors. Examples of the conductors metals. These conductors having the free electrons. These conductors are having the free electrons. So in these conductors we applied the electrical external field. We applied the external field. These electrons move from the valency band to conduction band easily. These electrons move from the valency band to conduction band easily because of these are the free. These conductors are having the free electrons, so easily move from the valency band to conduction band because of the no forbidden gap. Forbidden gap is no. Here the forbidden gap is no. So these electrons move from the valency band to conduction band easily. So in this situation the electrical current in the conductors arise due to only electrons. These are the conductors. These are the conductors. Okay. These are conductors having the free electrons and no forbidden gap. Forbidden gap is the zero. Here forbidden gap is the zero. So these are the conductors. Next we explain the insulators. Okay, what is the insulator? Insulator is nothing but the substance which do not allow the electrical current passing through them is known as insulator. The substance which do not allow the electrical current passing through them is known as insulators. Because of the insulator is the forbidden gap is the very high. Insulator having the forbidden gap is the very high and does not having the electrons, does not having the free electrons. Examples of the insulators. Rubber, plastic and glass. These are the examples of wood. These are the examples of the insulator. Next, insulator with the diagram. We explain with the diagram the insulators. Valency band and these are the valency band. These are the conduction band. Band energy. Okay. This is the forbidden gap. These are the forbidden gap. Valency band and conduction. This forbidden gap is nearly 10 electron volts. Forbidden gap is nearly 10 electron volts. So the electrons in this situation, presence of the high electric field also, these electrons do not jump from the valency band to conduction band. In case of presence of high electric field also, these electrons cannot jump from the valency band to conduction band because of the forbidden gap is the very high. Here forbidden gap is the very high. So in this situation cannot conduct the electric current in insulators. In this situation cannot conduct the electric current in this insulator. These are the insulators. Once again, insulator is nothing but the substance do not allow the electrical current passing through them is known as insulator. Examples of the insulator: plastic and rubber, wood and glass is the examples of the insulator. Insulator is nothing but forbidden energy gap is very high. Insulator forbidden energy gap is very high, so do not allow the electrical current. Do not allow the current is known as insulator. Next one is the semiconductor. Third one is the semiconductors. Okay, semiconductor is nothing but the substance which are allow the electrical current but partially. The substance which are allow the electrical current but partially. These are known as semiconductors. Semiconductors. Examples of the semiconductors. Examples of the semiconductors: germanium and silicon. These are the examples of the semiconductors. And these semiconductors again two types. These semiconductors again two types. Okay, intrinsic semiconductors and extrinsic semiconductors. These semiconductors are again two types: intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductors. Okay, we are discuss about the first of all. Intrinsic semiconductor. The semiconductor forbidden energy gap is the 0.7 electric volts. This semiconductor forbidden energy gap is the 0.7 electron volts or 1.12 electron volts is forbidden. Conductors, difference between the conductors, insulators, semiconductors. Conductors is the conductors, insulators and semiconductors. Conductors is the substance which are allow the electrical current passing through them is known as conductor. Insulator do not allow the electrical current is known as insulator. This is the allow but partially allow the current is known as semiconductors. Examples is the here all metal are examples of the conductors. This is the insulators examples: plastic, wood, glass and glass. And next these examples of the silicon and germanium. These are the examples of the semiconductors. And this forbidden energy gap is the 0, and this forbidden energy gap is 0. This forbidden energy gap is very high comparing with the semiconductors and conductors. This forbidden energy gap is very high, that is the 10 electron volts. This forbidden energy gap is the less comparison the insulator 0.7 or 1.12 electron volts. Okay, these are the conductors and insulators and semiconductors. And next, semiconductors are two types. One is the intrinsic semiconductors and another one is the extrinsic semiconductors. See here, what is the intrinsic semiconductor? First, what is the intrinsic semiconductor? First, before we discuss the what is the doping? Doping is nothing but when we apply the small amount of the impurity adding in the semiconductors are intrinsic semiconductors. Impurity adding in the intrinsic semiconductors are intrinsic semiconductors are pure semiconductors is known as doping. Doping is nothing but impurity is adding in the intrinsic semiconductors are pure semiconductors are called doping. Okay, see here, what is the intrinsic semiconductor? Intrinsic semiconductor is nothing but intrinsic semiconductors, the semiconductor, pure semiconductors extremely pure form is known as intrinsic semiconductor. The semiconductor extremely pure form is known as intrinsic semiconductors. Are number of the holes are is equal to the number of the electrons. Number of the holes is equal to the number of the electrons is known as intrinsic semiconductor. Negative, positive. This is the holes, electrons. Okay, these are the free electrons. These are the holes. Okay, positive and negative. This number of holes is equal to the number of electrons. Free electrons is known as intrinsic semiconductor. Or semiconductor is yes pure form, extremely pure form is known as intrinsic semiconductor. when we applied the external electric field, these intrinsic semiconductor, when we applied the external electric field, these intrinsic semiconductors, these both electrons and holes. Here electrons, the conduction number of the electrons of the conduction band move towards the positive direction and positive terminal of the battery, and next while the number of holes move towards the negative terminal of the battery is known as negative terminal of the battery. In this situation, the total current arise due to the sum of the electrons and holes. This is known as the intrinsic semiconductor. Okay, clear? Intrinsic semiconductor is nothing but a semiconductor extremely few form is known as the intrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductor is nothing but the number of electrons is equal to the number of the holes is known as the intrinsic semiconductor. Okay, this is the intrinsic semiconductor. Next we are going to the extrinsic semiconductor. Next we are going to the extrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductors. See here, extrinsic semiconductors again two types. One is the N-type semiconductor. Another one is the P-type semiconductors. Okay. See here, what is the P-type? What is the N-type? Already we know what is the P-type semiconductor. What is the N-type semiconductor? Already we know. Here, N-type semiconductor always doping with the pentavalent impurity. Pentavalent impurity added to the pure semiconductor crystal. The doping crystal result is known as N-type semiconductor. Pentavalent impurity to added the semiconductor is known as, or intrinsic semiconductor is known as extrinsic semiconductor. Once again, pentavalent is nothing but fifth A group element. Pentavalent impurity added to a intrinsic semiconductor is known as N-type semiconductor. Here trivalent impurity added to a intrinsic semiconductors or pure semiconductors is known as the P-type semiconductors. Okay, clear here? Next to P-type semiconductor. P-type semiconductor, N-type semiconductors example: phosphorus, antimony, arsenic. These are the examples of the N-type semiconductors. Here P-type semiconductor: boron, aluminium. These are the examples of the P-type semiconductor. Okay, see here N-type semiconductors. See here N-type semiconductor. N-type, we take the N-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor, we take the and doping with the phosphorus or arsenic. Doping with the arsenic. And we take the silicon crystal. This silicon crystal having the 4 valency electrons, both sides 4 valency electrons. And arsenic is the 5th A group element. So these are having the 5 elements. So one element here one, another one is here, next one is here. 4 elements is complete. Remaining element is these are the free electrons. These are the free electrons. So this is the always donor element. These are the always donor element. Okay, N-type is the, see here figure. N-type, this is the valency band. This is the conduction band. Valency band and conduction band. Conduction band always having the number of the free electrons, and valency band having always the number of the holes. See here in this n-type semiconductors, majority charge carriers electrons having in this conduction band. Number of electrons having in the conduction band in this n-type semiconductors. Minority charge carriers majority charge carriers of electrons having in this here, and minority charge carriers of holes having in this valency band. Okay, minority charge carriers of holes having in this here. Valency band, see here, valency band is fermion energy gap is moving always n-type conduction band towards the conduction band. Fermion energy gap always fermion energy gap or Fermi energy level is nothing but average between the valency band and conduction band. Fermi level is the always average between the valency band and conduction band. In this n-type semiconductors, number of the n-type semiconductors, the electrical current conduct to the number of the electrons only. Okay, next, what p-type semiconductor. P-type semiconductor, we take the boron and silicon crystal. Yes, this is the silicon crystal. Four-valence silicon crystal always having the four-valence electrons, and boron is the third group element. So only these are having the three elements. So here the acceptor always created the always created the one hole. This is the p-type. So this is the acceptor. Always acceptor the p-type semiconductor total current is the pi plus PD. I is the intrinsic semiconductor. Total current is I is Pi. P is nothing but P type. P is here also P type. Always intrinsic current with the holes and donor current. This is the acceptor current with the P type. Acceptor. This is the intrinsic current of the holes and this is the density of intrinsic current. This is the acceptor. Okay, this is the acceptor. Density of acceptor. Okay, this is the p type. Energy levels of the intrinsic semiconductors and extrinsic semiconductors. Fermi energy levels. See here, Fermi energy levels. This is the intrinsic semiconductor. N-type and P-type. N-type and P-type. See here, valency band and conduction band. Fermi gap is always middle in this intrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductor Fermi energy level is always middle. And n-type semiconductors, this is the valency band and this is the conduction band. This is the Fermi energy levels always conduction band side. Fermi energy level always conduction band side because of the number of the holes having in the conduction band in the n-type semiconductors. Number of the electrons having in the n-type semiconductors conduction band. So Fermi energy level towards the n-type conduction band. Always the conduction band side. And here p-type semiconductor. Fermi energy level gap is always valency band because of the p-type semiconductors. number of holes having in the valency band. Majority charge carriers hole in the having the valency band. Minority charge carriers of electrons having in the conduction band. Okay. Cl, sorry, L electrons. Because of these are the n type. This is the conduction band. This is the valency band holes. Minority charge carriers of holes. Here minority charge carriers of electrons and majority charge carriers. Fermi energy level is always the valency band. Fermi energy level is the always the valency band. This is the conductors and semiconductors and insulators. These are the conductors and semiconductors and insulators. Okay, clear? Okay, thank you.